Hi, I'm good. How are you?
When you're not at board meetings, what do you do?
I go to work.
Go to work?
Yeah,
Where do you work at?
Culver's in East Peoria.
All right. I can never work. Give you your thumbs
Malia.
Malia?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi.
Nice.
Nice to meet you too.
up. Culvers and what else? You do sports or
No,
theater or
I'm gonna do softball when it comes up. But other than that, I don't really do anything outside of school.
okay.
Yeah. I was thinking about SIUE or Northern Illinois. Yeah.
What do you want to study?
I want to do finance.
Okay. You can come back and work here.
Work somewhere.
Well, come on now.
I'll have the degree and comes back. I won't be.
You could be our first hire.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I would like to call the Peoria Public Schools Board of Education meeting for August 24th, 2026 to order. Would you please call the roll?
Mr. Diaz. Mrs. Howard.
Here.
Mrs. Rose.
Present.
Mrs. Ross.
Present.
Mrs. Wilson.
Present.
Dr. Wilson.
Present.
President McCall.
McConnell. McConnell.
President McConnell. I am so sorry. She is not on yet, but
Okay, good.
we have 6 present.
All right, thank you. Would you please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You do this. Yeah, I'll tell you when. Okay, so sorry about that. Anybody has a copy of the bill? No. Okay, we have announcements. Dr. Wilson?
Yeah, thank you, Vice President Ross. Peoria Public Schools is proud to offer the IB Diploma Program. This is an academically rigorous 2-year program that prepares students for college and beyond. Why choose IB? Challenging coursework recognized by top universities. Up to 22% higher acceptance rates at elite colleges. Focus on critical thinking, leadership, research, and global understanding. Important dates: application deadline November 2nd, 2026. Parent Information Night, Wednesday, September 30th, 2026.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Good evening. 7 mindsets. Everything is possible. We are focusing on the everything is possible mindset starting August 31st. Students are encouraged to dream big, set goals, and believe in their ability to achieve more than they think is possible. Let's remind our students that their future is full of possibilities, and what they believe they can achieve will be the first step toward making it happen. Immunizations and physical exams. October 15th is right around the corner. All incoming kindergarten, 6th, 9th, and 12th grade students must have required vaccinations. Schedule your appointment now before the deadline. Thank you.
Thank you. Would you introduce yourself and tell us what school you attend?
Hi, I am student board member Malia Hayes, representing Manual High School.
Thank you.
And then I read
You-
Labor Day reminder. Monday, September 7th is Labor Day. Schools and offices will be closed. Enjoy the long weekend, and we'll see you back on Tuesday. Thank you.
Mr. Diaz?
PTO Council Meeting. Join us for the first PTO Council Meeting of the 26-27 school year on Tuesday, August 25th, 6 to 8 p.m. at the Administrative Building. This is tomorrow. This is a great opportunity to connect with fellow PTO leaders, learn about upcoming initiatives, and meet our new Director of Communications, Christian McKinney. We look forward to seeing you there. Para los latinos, mañana es el día del primera reunión de los padres para el año. Es el 6 del 8 aquí en este edificio. Puedes conocer el nuevo director de comunicaciones, Christian McKinney.
Good evening. The 8th Annual Peoria Schoolhouse Open. Mark your calendars to join Peoria Public Schools Foundation for their 8th Annual Peoria Schoolhouse Open on Saturday, September 26th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Fairways. Register today on our website under Events and help support our students and schools. Thank you.
Good evening. PPS Foundation and CFCI classroom grant applications are due September 1st. Peoria Public Schools teachers and staff can apply for a $1,000 classroom project, a $1,500 STEM grant for grades 5 through 12, or a $500 field trip. These grants help bring creativity, hands-on learning, and real-world experiences to students. Apply online at ppsfoundation.org.
Cell phone policy. This is a friendly reminder. All middle and high school students should have their cell phones secured during school hours to comply with our cell phone policy. Let's stay focused, connected, and ready to learn.
Thank you. And I have a couple of announcements. One is SIP Day. The next school improvement day is Wednesday, August 26th. All students will attend a half day of school, with dismissal times varying depending on which school it is. School schedule, the Tier 1 is 7:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. Tier 2 is 8:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. And Glen Barton, day treatment and Rise, 7:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. And the Pat Academy, 8:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. KCSS, 8:15 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. No school. Valeska Hinton Early Childhood Center. No school that day for students. They get off the whole Wednesday, huh? Okay. The next one is progress reports. The progress report for the first grading period ends August 28th. Parents and families, take a moment to check your students' grades, assignments, attendance, and progress. Let's work together to help students do their best. Progress reports will be sent home on Wednesday, September 2nd. Thank you so much. Okay, and next on our agenda is the Remarkable Spirit Award. Dr. Bell.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Madam Vice President Ross. I'm going to ask Ms. Michelle Seipel, our wonderful Director of Technology, to cue up and play a video of Mrs. Annette Smith, retired teacher here in Peoria Public Schools who happens to be over 100 years of age.
What are some of your fondest memories of working as a Peoria school teacher?
The kids, I remember the kids and their parents being so kind and receptive.
What do you miss most about teaching?
The people, the kids and my coworkers, and the opportunities to take a class someplace and let them observe and their children's reaction to their environment, different situations.
What message do you have for the students, the faculty, and everybody for the new school year at Peoria District 150?
But I've always told my family and my students, be good and work hard.
There you go. You always used to tell me that when I was in college. Be good and work hard.
That's right. Yeah, that was Ms. Smith's grandson, Eric Smith, who was introducing her and kind of leading her through that wonderful interview. I wish we had Ms. Smith here in person, but you know her health will not allow her to be here in person. But we do have Ms. Pam Adams, retired reporter with the Journal Star, who will say a few words regarding Ms. Smith and the legacy she left behind for all of us to emulate here in Peoria Public Schools. Ms. Pa- oh, I'm sorry. I beg your pardon. Come on up, both of you, Mr. Smith. Yeah, both of you, come on up. Yeah, tell us about your grandmother.
Yeah, thank you for that honor on her behalf. You know, she's, as you can tell from the interview, she's sharp as a tack, still funny. She's a blessing to be with, and she is actually 105 years old.
Wow.
So, yeah, and yeah, it's just great to be able to spend that much time with her, and you know, just the life that she's lived. The things that I'm able to do is because, you know, like most of us, we stand on the shoulder of giants, and she is definitely a giant, and has, you know, for all the things that I have in my life and successes, I'm very much grateful for the foundation that she gave for us, and you know, the sacrifices that she made and the time that she spent, you know, working as a Peoria public school teacher since like 1959-ish, 8-ish to in the 2000s. So she had a good long career. So, yeah.
Wow.
Okay. My name is Pam Adams, and welcome back and welcome up. And thank you. Okay. As I said, my name is Pam Adams. I am 73 years old, and I am here to talk to you about someone I've known almost 70 years, and that would be my first grade teacher, Annette Smith. For many of those years, she was just my beloved teacher from the old Lincoln School on the south side, and the teacher who lived next a block in the same block as my uncle. Years later, I learned she had been among the first Black teachers in Peoria Public Schools' modern history. It took a few more years for me to realize if she had been among the first Black teachers here, I had been among the first generation of Black students to have a Black teacher. Along the way, I came across the research that found Black students who have Black teachers by the third grade are more likely to go to college, less likely to drop out, etc. And that data became personal to me. Then years and years later, it dawned on me. If she was among the first Black teachers, and I was among the first Black students to have a Black teacher, she was part of that trailblazing group who introduced the first generation of students throughout the district to Black teachers. Mrs. Smith, or Miss Smith as we first graders called her, taught for more than 50 years, either in first grade at Lincoln or pre-K at the Old Ting School. She also taught in the city's first Head Start program. She passed up early retirement a couple of times to keep teaching. And as he mentioned, I worked at the local daily newspaper for many years, and I interviewed her in the early 1990s. She was almost 73 at the time. And she told me she didn't know who her pre-K students were, at least not yet, not then. When she looks at them, she said, she might be looking at the next governor of Illinois, or she might be looking at the surgeon who's going to operate on her one day. Or it might be me, who's still learning from her now that she's 105. One of my classmates, who also visits with her, like me, Diane, says she will never forget what Miss Smith told her after she called another student stupid. Miss Smith pulled her aside and taught her never to call anybody by that word. I've really liked many of my teachers over the years, but it's the rare few that you've been able to sit down with and talk about their lives and learn that they are so much more than our first grade teachers. She wasn't just trying to prepare us to pass to the next grade. She wasn't just trying to teach us so we'd be prepared for a job or a skill down the line. She was building community, sheltering us from the harsh negative stereotypes of the day, and revealing the wide ranging possibilities and opportunities ahead of us. I'm not sure if you can truly measure that kind of impact in standards or evaluations or school report cards, but I know I am amazed, humbled, and eternally grateful that I can still visit Miss Smith, my first grade teacher, and she's still teaching me how to be a better person at 105. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Very impactful. Thank you, Mr. Smith. Yes, ma'am.
Next on the agenda is presentations by audience. An individual may address the board at this time for no more than 5 minutes, with further allotment being voted on by the board. So we had one card this morning. Did anybody, is this the only one we have? Okay. Ms. Carrie Arms.
Hi, thank you for this opportunity to speak. Just so you think that I don't ever give a compliment, I would like to compliment the principal from Richwoods, Billy Robinson, for his professionalism in understanding the importance of our children, our youth, and their development. I loved his comments in response to how the data would be measured for the contract that was being approved by the board. I don't chase data. Richwoods doesn't chase data. We chase improving our kids, and the data comes with that. That was just so magnificent that he said that. But Peoria Public School board meetings have become very interesting when it's okay to ask questions. Either board members asking questions about issues on the thing, or community members asking questions, or community members, kind of taking on board members and all that kind of stuff. It's really important as we build community that board members and community members should not act as gatekeepers about who can or cannot be asking any questions. It's really a fundamental right of our citizenry and taxpayers to be able to ask questions. It also was because the pillar, I think, that board member Brenda Wilson read tonight, everything is possible, dream big, and we want our students to be full of possibilities. And you know that I love OMA and FOIA, and I want the board to be full of possibilities to start getting that right and improve on that and protect everybody's right. I was concerned that a board member asked the principal from Richwoods about the Title I agreement, because that's really not in the purvey of the school board to be reviewing that, because that's at the school level. So it's very curious, and maybe someone could explain that, how that got put on the board agenda and it wasn't just done at a board, at the school level. Also, I was concerned because there's lots of things that seem to be out of order right now about more administration and things like that. The board minutes are being signed by Cammie Ross as the administrative assistant to the Board of Education. That seems really out of line. She is the board secretary. She's paying, I don't know, I think it was about $16,000 extra to be the board secretary. So 105 ILCS 5/10-7 said that the minutes are supposed to be signed by the president and the board secretary. I would ask you that you would correct that and that her title would be the board secretary. Also, item 7 tonight on the agenda, it says there's a combined cost of $115 per hour for 2 temporary accountants. So I'm thinking, wow, we're getting accountants for $52.50 an hour, but that's really not what that is. So that language itself is actually not correct, because a combined cost of $115 per hour is really $52.50 per hour per accountant. And I don't think that's what we're voting on tonight. So I'd ask that you look into some of the language, how you're presenting this stuff. Also, the consent agenda is just a circus event every time. It's never done wrong, exactly the same way twice. So the consent agenda is to combine routine, non-controversial items into a single block that is approved with one motion and zero discussion, saving meeting time for high-level strategy. I think some of the things that you're putting on the consent agenda are truly not consent agenda items. They are deliberative items that people have questions about. And then you get to the end and you say, does anybody pull anything off? No, nobody wants to pull anything off. So then we get a motion in a second to approve it. And next thing we know, we're pulling things off and we're asking all these questions. No, 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 no. Let's not do that. That makes the board look like they don't know what they're doing because you don't know what you're doing. And then my last thing tonight I'd like you to look at is presentation by audience under Board Policy 2230. It says that at the discretion of the chair and with the concurrence of the majority of the board, further time can be allotted as appropriate. Well, Board Policy 2230 has nothing in there about the discretion of the chair. It's only with the concurrence of the majority of the board. So I just ask that, that you go over some of these things at the policy committee meeting. Attorney Donnelly said that you were going to do a press update, and man, that would be great because we need to get that stuff all situated so that the board improves on how they're conducting the people's business. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there any response to audience participation?
No, ma'am. Just want to thank Ms. Alms for her very thoughtful comments. Thank you for coming out, Ms. Alms, and sharing your thoughts with us.
Thank you. May I have a motion to approve the August 10th minutes, board minutes, August 10th, 2026 minutes? Is there a second?
Second.
I'm sorry?
Second.
Okay. All right. It's been moved and second. Is there any comments or? Okay. Would you please call the roll?
Mr. Diaz?
Aye.
Mrs. Howard?
Aye.
Mrs. Rose?
Aye.
Mrs. Ross?
Aye.
Mrs. Wilson?
Aye.
Dr. Wilson?
Aye.
We have 6 ayes, the motion carries.
Is Dr. McConnell on yet? No, okay. All right. With that, we are at the superintendent's update.
All right. Thank you, Madam Vice President. I would be remiss if I did not ask the viewing audience and the audience sitting out in front, if you will take a look on the back wall here in the boardroom, there are 6 pieces of art on display. And I am happy to share with you, these pieces of art come from our students, our pre-K students over at Valeska Hinton. I was over at Valeska Hinton actually 3 times since school has started. And I was in one of the classrooms, Ms. Mary's classroom, and I simply fell in love with these pieces of art. And as I shared with the teacher, we should display art like this, in a wider audience than just there in the classroom. And so it really warms my heart to share with the audience that we have some phenomenal students, great artists in the making, and these are from our pre-K babies. And so next time you have an opportunity, please go by Valeska Hinton and interact with our wonderful young artists in residence there at Valeska Hinton. In addition, Madam Vice President, I would also be remiss if I did not share the great collaboration and working together that was on display this morning, where many staff members were in the process of getting ready to come to work. Some of us were already here, and the electricity was out at a couple of our buildings this morning, there at Lincoln and Hines. And going over there to Lincoln this morning, went to both places, but being over at Lincoln this morning, I saw the resilience, I saw the camaraderie, the working together with the staff members there, as well as with our contracted food service providers, Organic Life, ensuring that we had well over 700 grab-and-go breakfasts ready this morning for our students, as well as ensuring the students had a delicious lunch. And it was on the spur of the moment because the food had gone bad over the weekend. So, and the same thing there at Hines when I went over there as well. Just resilience, seeing the kids out in the courtyard reminded me of the days that I was a youngster and have an opportunity to go out into a nice 72, 73 degree weather, underneath the shade tree there and get some learning. So, but yeah, phenomenal collaboration, working together. It's the spirit of, just being a unit, working as one, was on great display, just happened to be today on a Monday. So, yeah, great work is happening around the district.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
The financial update, is there anything on budget or?
Yes, ma'am. I asked our CFO, Dr. Mike Curry, if he could give me a status update in terms of our budget, where we are. And he sent me the following, and it's in regards to our 26-27 temporary or tentative budget. And he says as follows: as a reminder, this tentative budget was developed utilizing the best available operational and historical data at the time of report preparation. The expenditures are based on trends over the past 2 years. As more concrete state and local revenue data is obtained, the budget will be adjusted accordingly prior to final adoption. Between now and September 28, 2026, the administration will continue to actively refine these figures. We will incorporate necessary changes in non-expenditure and revenue pages. This tentative budget does not actually address the district's current cash position. The district's cash and investment position beginning July 1, 2026, was approximately $78 million in liquid or semi-liquid funds. And I will ensure that Ms. Cammie Ross, gets notification in the paper by Friday, August 28th. And I will ensure that our Director of Communications, Mr. McKinney, also posts this on the website by tomorrow morning. And that being our tentative 26-27 budget.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Expenditures over $2,500. Any questions? I don't know if you would be able to answer those or not. Anybody have any questions on expenditures over $2,500? No?
Yeah.
Okay. Report of request under the Freedom of Information Act. So,
Unfortunately, I do not have that document in front of me at the moment, and I'm looking at my wonderful Deputy Superintendent, Dr. Andrews. Do you happen to have that report, Dr. Andrews? You do not? Okay, sorry.
okay, thank you.
Yes.
We're now at the consent agenda. Ms. Howard, would you read those, the consent agenda?
All right. Item 1, gifts to school district, year-to-date, $300. Item 2, payment of bills. Item 3, payment for travel. Item 4, human resource report. Item 5, overnight field trip, Richwoods High School girls tennis team. Item 6, replacement of 2 buildings and grounds fleet vehicles. Item 7, accounting service contract with now CFO. And item 8, intergovernmental agreement with the Peoria County Regional Office of Education, the Safe School Program.
Thank you. Are there any items any board member would like to pull for a separate vote? Mr. Diaz,
If I can pull 7 and 8, please.
7 and 8, any other? Okay. May I have a motion to approve all consent agenda items except 7 and 8?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, any conversation or comments on any of those items? No? Would you please call the roll?
Mr. Diaz?
Aye.
Mrs. Howard?
Aye.
Mrs. Rose?
Aye.
Mrs. Ross?
Aye.
Mrs. Wilson?
Aye.
Dr. Wilson?
Aye.
We have 6 ayes, motion carries.
Okay, let's go with number 7. Motion and a second.
So I will move to approve with discussion.
Second.
Okay.
Okay, so
Discussion.
it was brought up, and partly what we have as part of the contract, it does show that we have two bookkeepers for 115 with the, my concern is that it's an undated in terms of like the longevity of the contract. And I would like to see, or, you know, maybe get your thoughts on putting some milestones in there so that we aren't dragging out for years, or it's not an indefinite contract.
Correct, yes. Absolutely, Mr. Diaz. The goal, as the plan was presented to me by our CFO, Dr. Curry, was to have at most 2 months with this firm, at most. We're going to do what we, kind of look at as a surge, having these two veteran accountants coming in, both making 115 per hour, which will give us roughly, 35, 40 hours a week from both, with their services being coordinated and reported on back to myself and, of course, ultimately to the board from the controller, who's going to kind of dictate what they look at and how they look at it and how quickly. So I can assure you, as Dr. Curry has assured me, that we're not looking, to have, this contract extended, indefinitely. We're looking at more or less, 2 months, a good solid 2 months of getting our 24, 25 books as well as our 25, 26 books in order.
And just to note to that, it's a 30-day termination notice.
Understood. Like I said, without milestones or anything in there, just wanted to see if maybe we set some milestones, or, we'll come back. I'll come back to you in 2 months, and we'll ask the question of how things are going. Thank you.
They're going to be giving me a weekly update.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
I have a comment and a question. So I read over all of the documents, and I really liked that we were doing it hourly instead of like some kind of a fee, because we're only paying for when we need them. So I really liked that. So I just want to give credit where credit is due there. My question was, I had asked legal earlier if they had reviewed this, and I was told that they did review it, but I don't know if the version we saw is the version that got reviewed by legal.
Yes, as far as I'm aware,
Okay.
everything.
Jen said she went through it.
So
Yes.
I just didn't know if our,
Last week.
Correct.
okay, I just wanted to make sure that the version that we're viewing is the version that got approved by legal, and that we're approving the legal approved version.
Yes.
Okay, that was it. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Other questions on item number 7?
Dr. Bell, will you share those weekly updates with the board?
Oh, absolutely. Yes, ma'am. Yep. Very transparent.
No other questions? We've got a motion and a second. Would you please call the roll?
Mr. Diaz,
Aye.
Mrs. Howard,
Aye.
Mrs. Rose,
Aye.
Mrs. Ross,
Aye.
Mrs. Wilson,
Aye.
Dr. Wilson.
Aye.
We have 6 ayes, motion carries.
Thank you. And again, Mr. Diaz, number 8, intergovernmental agreement.
Yeah, so I will move to approve with discussion.
Okay.
Okay, you just move and
Someone
we need a
needs to
second.
make a motion to approve in a second, and then
Yeah,
we
we
do
need a second.
discussion.
Then there's discussion.
Well, I want to make a different motion.
Okay?
I want to motion to approve it pending legal
Yes.
review.
That's what I was going to say.
Okay, because this is not, so this
not
was not
done yet.
attached to our packet, but then Cammie did send it to us because we were all asking for it. But legal didn't have a chance to review it, which is part of why she couldn't send it to us. And so I just don't want to approve it without legal.
Can I just then say, can we make a friendly amendment to defer this until our next meeting so that legal does have an opportunity to review the contract, and we as board members can see what we're actually voting on?
Wait a minute. We have one motion on the floor.
Right,
and
we have 3 now.
then an amendment, and then another amendment. So would you please give us direction?
I would like to make a motion to approve this pending legal.
Okay. And you're making a motion to table,
Correct.
which takes precedent over a motion to approve. So, motion to table, anybody else second?
Motion to
Doc-
defer.
Can
Motion
I-
to defer.
Table it until the next.
Doc-
Dr.
has
Bell,
to be tabled.
can
Excuse
this
me.
be tabled?
He's got to get a second,
Okay.
and then you've got to discuss it, and then you vote. Because motion to table takes precedent over a motion to approve.
Second.
Okay, discussion?
So, Dr. Bell, I thought there was a reason that you put it back on, even though legal hadn't been through it, because it's a time-sensitive issue.
Correct,
Okay,
yes.
so can you explain to us why we should maybe not defer it?
Yes, it should be voted on this evening and not deferred because as I've alluded in correspondence, it's time sensitive in terms of ensuring that, we have a gentleman's agreement with Mr. Cannon and Elite. But I also want to make sure that we have something in writing so we can go ahead and start the process of, the remuneration, the remittance of, what we agreed to. And all it is now at this stage is making sure that our attorneys are in agreement with the agreement that the attorneys for the ROE have specified. So, and I think we're further along in that
And my
process.
understanding from my partner, who's exceptional at these, we've reviewed it and we've revised it and we've sent it back.
That's the MOU. I don't think that's this intergovernmental agreement.
That's the MOU and the
Oh,
IJ.
okay.
I think that's where we're at, but again, it's
Yeah.
more what he's talking about. This can be all done before your next meeting unless we don't like what we get back and then we won't approve it.
Yeah.
Or you can table it.
I would like to make a comment for public record. This was in our board packet, but the intergovernmental agreement was not attached, and we didn't receive it until today. When we received it, it specifically said the attorneys are working to finalize it. So I was thinking it would be a good idea to table it until it is finalized so that we know exactly what we're voting on. Unlike the MOU, which is a separate document, which we already passed upon you guys finalizing it, which means we don't know what we passed because we don't know what your.
And this is a board decision. I don't sit here as an eighth board member. It's up to you guys. So again, we have a motion to table. We have a second on that. You've had discussion, so unless anyone else has something to say, we need to vote on that motion.
Yeah, but here again, yes, ma'am, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Madam
I want to
President.
make clear that this intergovernmental agreement is between the ROE and the district. And we do this every year. It's not like, this is new.
Why
It's-
isn't it finalized then?
I'm sorry?
If this is something we do every year, how come we're still working to finalize it? If
We're
it's
not.
something we do.
We're
That's what
not.
it said it in our email today when we got the attachment today. It said the attorneys are working to finalize this. So that tells me that this isn't exactly how it will be.
Okay,
They're still
well,
working
I
on
mean,
it.
let's just vote, but there's a motion and a second on the floor to table, and Dr. Bell has said it's sensitive, so let's vote. Could you call the roll? This
Mr.
is the
Diaz?
roll to table.
To table. Mr. Diaz?
Aye.
Mrs. Howard?
Nay.
Mrs. Rose?
Aye.
Mrs. Ross?
No.
Mrs. Wilson?
Aye.
Dr. Wilson?
Nay.
We have 3 nays. Motion fails. I'm sorry, motion carries.
No,
No.
it's
No, it fails.
3-3 fails
So it doesn't get tabled. So
Correct.
now can I make a motion
to
to approve it, even though I just voted for the last one? Okay.
Subject to legal.
Yes,
review
I'd like
and
to
final
motion to
approval.
approve it subject to legal revisions and then that the board see those revisions.
Second.
Any discussion on that? Yes, sir.
I just want to be on the record. I just think it's bad practice and bad form to just approve things without ever seeing what those final copies are before we vote. As a steward of and vote, I can't approve that. Thank you.
Any other discussion? Please call the roll.
Mr. Diaz?
No.
Mrs. Howard?
Aye.
Mrs. Rose?
Aye.
Mrs. Ross?
Aye.
Mrs. Wilson?
Abstain?
Dr. Wilson?
Aye.
We have 4 ayes. Motion carries.
Okay. Next on the agenda is the deliberation agenda. And we don't have anything on deliberation.
No, ma'am, I do not.
Presentations and suggestions by board members. Mr. Diaz.
I just want to say, I think we've had a great couple first weeks of school. Per our last board meeting, I had mentioned, about doing board reports. So I figured I'd give a little bit of a board report being out in the community. We've seen some really great things, some positive deals. I'm in now House of Altruismo, so the best house. But there was, being out in the community, talking to a lot of folks, in these first couple of weeks, I think we've seen just the kids coming out of summer and getting back into form, of getting into the processes and everything else. So, as we move forward, if we can make sure that, everything from, the dress code to school fights and everything else, that we can get them addressed in a timely manner, and if needs be, that we go and we make statements or make sure that people are aware of what's going on in the schools before it hits social media. It would be much appreciated by a lot of parents out there, so they're not hearing from their kids first of what's going on in the schools. So, thank you very much.
President Ross, can I? Definitely big thank you to everybody that has come out to the Stand Up, Show Up, Be There. So far, the students love seeing us out there as we greet them as they go into the school. The next event will be Harold B. Dawson Middle School. We'll be there from 7 o'clock a.m. to 7:25 a.m. At the front entrance. So if you're available, please come out and show the students some love with us. Thank you.
Thursday. This Thursday.
Thank you. August 27th.
The PTAC committee is going to meet on September 16th at 4:30. We're still working on a location, and anyone who said that they were interested should receive an email this week.
El grupo de los padres van a tener una cita el día 16 de septiembre a las 4:30 aquí en este edificio. Por favor, si quieres participar, llamar aquí me puedes llamar o mandar un correo, o también puedes hablar con uno de los maestros en tu escuela. So again, we're going to meet on 9/16 at 4:30. If you want to be involved, get a hold of, you can send an email to me or to talk to the teachers and get that information back to us.
Yes, the policy committee met on August 12th, and our next meeting will be September 9th here in this building at 4 o'clock.
That's Thursday.
Motion to adjourn. Yep.
Second.
So, yeah,